Heals are a bit more in the middle of things. They're not really defensive. They're just, well, excuse me, I mean they are defensive. They're not really attacky. They're in the middle of that. They don't attack damagely. They don't attack thingy magically. Defensive. They're that extra buffy thing you need. Buffy thingy. They offer things like dodge and more focused on cooldowns. Let's look around just a bit more. Want to look at all these, make sure I have them all in my head. Now, you will want to have a number of different room pages available to you, but for these purposes, we're gonna assume you make these all pre-game. Like you decide, I'm gonna go Nasus this game, so I'm gonna make this page beforehand. That's really what you're focusing on. That's what you want to be doing. So, instead of like buying extra ones, we're just gonna pretend. Not everyone has money. Like me. I don't have money. I don't have a lot of money in the world to do this. I wish I did. That'd be fantastic. So what we're gonna be looking for here is critical damage. Just flat critical damage. I get 9? That should be 9. Yep, that's 9. Now moving down to the glyphs. My favorite ones, because I love the color blue, and I ate too much burritos earlier, so I'm slightly not all there when it comes to my airflow. Excuse me, I apologize. I need to eat burritos. They're delicious. I love them. I also like to whistle. That's my rendition of Steamboat Willie. I hope you all enjoyed. You probably won't hear it again for a while. Now that we have his armor penetration and his critical strike damage, what we're going to go look into now is cooldown reduction. Because cooldown reduction is so good. So good, especially with a champion like Nasus, whose focus is on one specific spammy Q. Siphon strike, if you haven't realized. I want you to hit things. I want you to hit things. Hit things with Nasus. That's what you gotta do. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That should be 9. That is 9. So those are what we're going for there. When it comes to glyphs, cooldown reductions, have all that together, you're doing pretty good for yourself. Doing pretty good. Now let's get down to the quintessences. Quintessences. I can say that. In quintessences, they're a mixed sponge. They're really powerful things, and I would say always try and like set them out. So for Nasus, we want 1 lifesteal quintessence. Where's the other one? 1 attack damage. And where is it? I saw it just a moment ago. Oh, and 1 health. Seems a little odd, I know, to switch them all up. But it's early game. The health is very early game oriented. Just that little extra thing, so you can have yourself maybe take 1 more extra hit. You never know when you might need that 1 more extra hit. Never know. Let's see if I could have. Yeah, I could have, but yeah. Things are different. In lifesteal and attack damage, I haven't said it enough. I haven't stressed it enough. Hit things. Hit things with your stick. And then hit them again. Now that we have that all done and over with. Oops, didn't mean to go down there. Now we're going to move on to summoner spells. It's a really weird way to put this up, but whatever. With Nasus, you have to really consider what you're aiming to do. Was that what I thought it was? No, okay, I thought that was something else. Don't worry about it. It's not important. Back to the task at hand. Summoner spells. With Nasus 1, an exhaust. I wouldn't really say so because you already have your wither, and you can land exhaust. You can land a wither pretty well, and it's progressively just better. Ghost. You can make an argument for Ghost, although with Wither, you can just slow down at least one champion down, so you can run away, and then you probably, unless you're being jumped by 5 guys, then like just heaven help you at that point. Ghost would be very helpful in that situation, but that, again, you can't really know. although Ghost usually just an all-around decent item. Heal, no. You don't need a heal when you have all that lifesteal. Revive, don't even talk to me about it. Smite, again, only if you're jungling. I mean, why else would you have a smite? So if you're going jungle Nasus, smite, obviously. Teleport, argument can be made for teleport. I tend to like just because I don't like to be out of lane more than I have to. We don't have town portal scrolls like this that we do in Dota 2. So we make do with teleport and things like that. So if you really think you're going to be really hard lane, if you think you're going to be pushed out of lane a lot based on the other pick countered you, teleport may not be a bad idea situationally. A cleanse, people don't like cleanse. I like cleanse. I really do like cleanse because I find it very worth it. It's great for when you're trying to counter your the enemies in your lane. If you think, oh, they're going to have a lot of CC, or they're going to be a lot of like holding me down a lot, it's not a bad idea to try and grab a cleanse. So why not try and grab it, I say. It's a beautiful idea, in my opinion. Clarity, it's very supporty enemy. I don't really see the need for it unless you're being a support, because Nasus, although yes, he does use a bit of mana, because he's constantly spamming his Q, you can just buy some health pots, or if you feel like situationally you could buy some extra mana. Nothing wrong with that, because there's always situational things. Ignite, Ignite. It's fantastic for picking up those kills that are far away from you, or ones that you just want to give yourself that extra edge when you're just engaging someone one-on-one, or in a team fight. It'll really help with taking down that glass cannon, AP caster, or supporting person. So a good idea to grab that if you feel like you need it. Clairvoyant, it's a supporting item. You better off if they want you to have something like that. You better off just buying wards at that point in the game. Flash, Nasus is pretty good with Flash because for tracking down opponents, he's not really in range for Wither with, or if he's running away and he just wants that extra boost. So Flash isn't a bad idea either. Garrison, I wouldn't recommend taking with him because he's not the kind of person who should be worrying about that. Other people on the team should be worried about a Garrison. And Barrier, Nasus gets his own amount of just damage protection. Barrier just that little extra thing. You can grab it. I don't see why you couldn't grab it for Nasus. But I find there's something better. Better being Ignite and Flash is what I'm going to be recommended. So, in no particular order, Flash and Ignite. It's a very simple, very standard thing to go. There's nothing really out of the ordinary when you go for Flash and Ignite. People know what you're about. You can about the damage. You're about hitting things. It's not very unusual to see on Nasus. Now for one of my favorite parts. Next to the skill, next to the items, masteries. Love masteries. Just gonna go straight down the line. Offense. You're really gonna want off the bat just cooldown reduction and attack speed, just obviously, and then go straight down here. You're gonna want extra critical strike damage because when you build up that, something you're gonna want. Armor penetration, you already have that down. And you know, we've spent 21 of our 30. What else can we do? We could go over utility. I don't think he really needs any utility. He's fine without it. More on the lines of defense. Extra damage for the minions. That's worth 23 now. I'm keeping track of my head math. Ooh, excuse me. Extra magic. I mean, armor. And really, these ones, when you have your last couple, you're really going to want to decide, who am I laying against? What do I want more? Do I want more armor? Do I want more magic resist? It really depends. Really depends. So we're just going to leave those as is. So you can really just pick whichever. So put like points in each of them. Yeah. There we go. That's 30. So put points in each of them. And then if you feel like you want to put more on the other one, you can. And then just move that over to bladed armor for, whichever one. That's a really simple thing. Utility, not really necessary. I love doing masteries because I like looking at the pictures because they're beautiful. Now skill order. This is also fun to me. Passive, obviously, straight across the board. You're going to have that the entire time. Now, I shouldn't have to say this. Siphoning Strike level 1. Siphoning Strike level 1. Can I do this? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I can do that. Lol. Just nothing but Siphoning Strike. F everything else. Just buff that all the way up now. So now, let's, okay, I just have to change. Well, now they're there. You know they're there. You know we're not keeping it that way. I also want to clear these out. Just make it easier on my face. There. Obviously, those are where you're going to want to pick up your ultis. Siphoning Strike level 1. And then I would say go Wither next, Spirit Flame, Siphoning Strike. And then keep on that. I say keep on that. Just keep on that path. Can't put it there. Whenever you just get I say whenever you get the chance to pop a Siphoning Strike, take it. Just take a Siphoning Strike. It's incredibly worth the skill point to put into it. Always take a Siphoning Strike. And then everything else to me is situationally. It's just like Siphoning Strike whenever it is by far possible. Spirit Fire and Wither just passively pick up. I say, like, that's not really a necessarily flat order. I don't like putting a flat order of skills because everything to me is situational when it comes to picking your skills. What Nasus himself, obviously, again, Siphoning Strike all the time. When it comes to Wither and Spirit Fire, it really depends on how you're doing lane. Are you being pushed out a lot more? Do you really want that extra defensive capability to run away from your opponent in the lane? Or do you want to push a little more with your Spirit Fire? Just, it's situational, and I don't want to exactly tell you how to do it. So this here isn't like set in stone at all. Just whenever you can Siphoning Strike, whenever you can anything else. You should also have that done by then, so yeah. I don't know how things work. I can't tell you exactly how many times you have to upload a skill before it tells you to stop. All this nice information. Item build. My favorite part. Oh. I didn't know that worked. Well, that's why we have this open. I hope you can see that. It looks pretty good. You can tell what everything is because you can see pictures. Now let's look at Nasus from the beginning when it comes to items. Items are fun because, again, I like pretty pictures. I like pretty pictures. And we're going to be focused on just Summoner's Rift because that's standard. That's what everyone plays. You can, I could make a Dominion one, but it's not really big into meta, and Proving Grounds, Twisted Tree Line, no one cares about them. Proving Grounds are fun for freaking ARAMs. Twisted Tree Line, no one gives a shit about. Just how it is. If you actually care about it, I'd say I'm sorry, but I'm not. Just go play Summoner's Rift. It's fun. It's more fun. Do it. I always recommend taking a Doran's Blade off the bat. Or, that's just me. Or if you want to go a bit more buildy, I like the extra damage and lifesteal, so Doran's Blade. If you like the extra life, if you like the buildy thingy, take Hunter's Machete and some health pots. Maybe some mana potions, depending, however you feel at the time. Just like, I'm a spur of the moment kind of feller. Moving on, moving on when you get your next couple of things, grab boots. Probably your second time back, your first or second time back. You want to grab boots, depending on how well you're doing. Right, you could be doing awful, and you're just gonna want to pick up maybe extra health pots and maybe some armor or something. But I'd say boots first or second time back, and soon enough you're gonna want to get your dagger and your brawler's gloves out. Excuse me, I almost said greaves, not at all. Well, yeah, dagger and brawler gloves for obviously attack speed and critical strike because that's what he's so good at. And then eventually go and grab your longsword as well. Now moving on, I wish I had the builds in front of me. I could try and memorize all these. I want to see if I can get that here. No, I can't go there. Let's just get back here. If I planned more, it would work better. But you know what I did? I'm a spur of the moment kind of feller. Moving on. Around that'll be, yeah. So first, second time back, get boots, brawler's gloves, dagger, and then eventually your cloak of agility with your longsword. Gonna build that along with a pickaxe into, where is it? An Avarice Blade is perfect, and plus a brutalizer, and then build into, say, a zeal into a, where is it? Is it down here? Oh, we'll get down there later. Yeah, zeal into your Phantom Dancer, along with an Avarice Blade into maybe a Bloodthirster. You can get a Last Whisper or a Melody, Nashers too, stuff like that. That's fine too. I like the straight damage and critical strike stuff with the extra attack speed. We'll get into lifesteal soon as well. Oh yeah, lifesteal. Wherever that Vampiric Scepter is. I don't see it right now, but I know it exists. I know it exists. Boots.